All right, y'all. Here we go. You know, uh, apparently, uh, Abram Preach and Kevin Samuels are suckers, according to Rollo Tomassi. Hey, man, you can't say that because Rollo never said that about them. Oh, he didn't? Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to play you a clip. This is not me talking, it's him. He was on this live stream on Saturday. I was listening to the guy. I usually listen to the guy every now and then, just, because he a lot of times he'll make some pretty good mathematical points. But it's kind of the first time I ever heard him go at either Abba and Preach or Kevin. And I was like, what? I never heard him actually go at them before. And then he kept, he just continuously did it. So I was like, okay. But, you don't want to listen to me because you don't want to take my word for it. You want to hear it out the man's mouth. Oh, you didn't context it. Okay. You context it for yourself and you see for yourself.
Yeah. And what did I say? I hope it doesn't, because of this, because of exactly this. Because anybody can go and say, oh, yeah, Rollo said that women can't love men. Sexual market value. What is it? Women are the gatekeepers of sex and men are the gatekeepers of commitment. I think I pretty much ran that one down. But again, why did Rollo say that he doesn't want the red pill to go mainstream? And this, you know what? Why? Because October 2021. That's why. I wish I could go back to like that March. It was in March. It was the first weekend of March. I said that on Fresh and Fit. I was like, yeah, I don't want it. I hope it doesn't, because the red pill has to stay, I don't say underground, but it has to be honest and to be dedicated to objective truth, to be objective reality, empiricism, right? To have that obligation fulfilled, it has to be. It can't go mainstream, because people will take it and distort it exactly like this, and you will see. Like we've come full circle. By the way, we've had suckers like Alba and Preach. We've had suckers like even Kevin Samuels. I'm the R&D department right now for Kevin Samuels, apparently.
Did I say that? Did anybody misunderstand what happened there? I didn't say that. He said this. I didn't look for this. Nobody told me that. I was just watching the guy's live stream. I watch a lot of his I watch, his content, every now and then when I get an itch for it. But just to see what he's talking about, because a lot of times he does make some mathematical points. But I wasn't expecting to hear him go in on Abba and Preach or Kevin Samuels. But he obviously felt like, you know, they're suckers, and even to the point where he said Kevin is plagiarizing him out of his books. Oh yeah, but see, don't take my word for it, because you guys gonna say, "This is our man. How you gonna you taking him out of content?" Okay, you context it, not me. You heard what he just said, and I started it way back, so nobody could say, "Oh, you just clipped it." I left it so he could have enough time to context it for itself. But let's continue.
You want to know why he's doing his religious stuff? It's because of my book. My book, surprise, surprise, surprise. The Rational Male Religion goes on Audible the same week that Kevin Samuels decides to start talking about, singles ministries in the church, and how men are abandoning the church, and how there's nothing for men. Why not just read the book, man? Why not just 33 Secrets? At least I know where he's getting his material from.
So this guy, Kevin's been talking about um, religious singles, especially with the black church, for years and years and years and years. I don't know where this Rollo Tomassi has been. Maybe he wasn't looking, maybe, or maybe Kevin's so stupid that Rollo is the only guy he can get his information from. I don't know. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. That's not the way I see it, because I'm like most of Kevin's followers. Been listening to him for a couple of years, few years as a matter of fact, and heard him talking about these issues when he was talking to black men about these issues. But obviously, Mr. Tomassi has a different understanding. He thinks that Kevin went and looked in his book and had an aha moment and said, now I'm going to start talking about the church, when Kevin's been talking about the church for years. But anyway, especially the black church. But anyway, that to the side. Wait, there's more. There's more. Hang on, because it's not me, it's him. And we're just going to see where he decided. Like I said, I wasn't looking for any of this. I usually listen to, Rollo every now and then. I'm not a subscriber, but every now and then I'll listen to him just to see what he's talking about. And, and so this was one of those times where I didn't have anything to do on Saturday, and I was just listening to him, and I heard this come out. I was like, what? What? Why? I mean, you got your own thing, dude. Why you jumping on these dudes to sell your book? I mean, I'm assuming that's what it's for. I don't know. Anyway, let's continue.
Why not just read the book? That's why I don't want it to go mainstream. Not because I'm looking for like accolades or something. Like, hell, go use it forever what you want. It's oh well, this is the official story. I said
wait a minute. Wait a minute. See, you say you're not looking for accolades, but then you're trying to tell the guy to go read your book, and then by telling him that, you are saying pretty much trying to sell your book. I mean, which is cool. Just be upfront. Just be honest. I mean, just be honest. Don't tell us you're not looking for accolades, but then you mad because you think the guy read your stuff, and then he's putting it out. How can you stand in both places at the same time? Anyway, moving on.
March. Somebody's going to take it and they're like, oh, I'm now the authority on the red pill. And Lauren Chen is the authority on the red pill. Church and God and your friends and the state. What would make
go
it
ahead, Kevin,
that?
again? So let's check it out.
Now, if you read The Rational Male Religion, there is a very thick, I think the biggest chapter I wrote was about marriage. And I also talked about, by the way, single women's ministries. I also talked about single mothers ministries. Kevin, why don't you hit those ones up? Because I think those are probably next on the list. Hit those. Go look at that. Go.
Man, how can this dude his head is that big where he feels like, hey, nobody else can talk about stuff that he's covered. But you just don't know, dude. It's just a lack of knowledge. You just don't know, dude. Kevin's been talking about the black church for years, bro. You're late to the party, my man. You're really late to the party. But, Kemosabe, you're late to the party. By the way, Kemosabe, and for those of you guys who used to watch, now that you guys are not old enough to remember Lone Ranger and Tonto, go look that up. And Tonto, the Indian, always called Lone Ranger Kemosabe. And Kemosabe translates to know-it-all. I mean, you can't tell the Lone Ranger nothing. Tonto couldn't tell him nothing unless it was something that he wanted Tonto to tell him, right? That's this dude, Kemosabe. He can't tell him nothing, Kevin's been reading my book, and now that's why he's talking about the black church. Dude ain't probably spent 1 second in a black church watching all of this stuff go down. But he's saying Kevin just got that idea. After spending all them years in the black church, watching the black church get washed, watching men get washed out of the black church, now all of a sudden reading Rollo Tomassi's book, now he's going to talk about the black church. Kevin's been talking about the black church. But, Rollo, you're just wrong on this one, man. You're just wrong. You know what I mean? I usually dig a lot of your stuff, man, but you're just wrong on this one, bro. You're wrong. You probably going to have to, straighten it out at some point. But anyway, moving on.
Go look at the hustle economy for women in ministry right now. Because there's a lot of black women in there too. If you want to just stick to the black community, there's a lot of black women who've got their Gumroad course for, getting right with God and being a single mom. There's lots of them. There's with books and, etc. The hustle economy has made women in ministry like as easy as it's ever been. They don't call it that because women are supposed to, at least ostensibly, not allowed to, teach men and not to be allowed to be a pastor or whatever, which is bullshit because too many churches make that Christian kosher right now. But it wouldn't matter anyways, because what women do, who are called to lead, called to ministry, you know what they do? They go, oh, I can write a book and have it self-published and put it on Gumroad. That's easy. I can do all the things like John from Modern Life Dating is doing. Any of these dating coaches, any of these fitness coaches, any of these success coaches, any of the nutritionists, anybody who's in the hustle economy, the ministry for women is just another niche in the hustle economy. Hit that one, man. I'll give you that for free. Go do it. Please do. Please do that, Kevin. If you're watching this show, go do that. They're all over the place. There's conventions. There's a convention industry for.
All right, man. So anyway, man, I just wanted to highlight how he is wrong about Kevin about a lot of different stuff, but I know Kevin's probably not going to come back at him because why would he? It's not even worth it. I'm just pointing out to you, Rollo, that you're wrong, man. You made a mistake on this one, and you probably should go back and fix it. And even on Abba and Preach, I don't know what you're talking about. You calling them suckers, but you never defined what it is they did that you would make you say that they were suckers. At least Kevin, you said he plagiarized you. Okay, we got that. But Abba and Preach, what did they do? What did they do? Oh, they was on the other side of Fresh and Fit. And those are your boys over there, Fresh and Fit. So that's why maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think, man? This is me. I was just an innocent bystander listening to this guy, Rollo. Usually I listen to the guy just to, listen to his perspective. I think he has a different perspective on a lot of different things. And I just was listening to his perspective, and him throwing rocks at Kevin and Abba and Preach came out of nowhere, bro. I was like, what? So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he'll straighten that out. But I thought it was bogus on both ends. Abba and Preach, he never defined what they did that he was able to call them suckers, and he never defined. Kevin, he did define that. He said Kevin plagiarized him, and he said Kevin's basically he's doing all the work for Kevin, and he's giving Kevin all of his ideas. And those of us that have been following Kevin for years know that is a crock of ish. But I don't know. Anyway, Rollo, man, you need to clean this up, man. You need to really clean this up and, or bring you, like we say in the streets, bring your receipts. Show that Kevin plagiarized you. If you can show it, then you got action. But you haven't shown nothing. You're just talking. And believe me, there's billions of people on this planet, and lots of people can think the same thing at the same time. So it's not impossible. You know what I mean? You don't have to say your name every time you talk about a subject. Anyway, what do y'all think, man? This is what I think. I think Rollo's wrong. He needs to, just say, hey, man, I made a mistake. I shouldn't have said that. And it'll be done. Or bring your receipts. Here, let me show you how Kevin plagiarized me. Let me show you. Here's my receipts. Let me show you how Abba and Preach are suckers. Here's my receipts. Then you got action. Then we can work with you. But until then, bro, you off your rocker. Especially with Kevin. I don't know what you're talking about with Abba and Preach. I'm pretty sure it's probably got something to do with them being on the other side of Fresh and Fit, but that's just my guesstimation. You haven't laid nothing down concrete as to why they're suckers. Anyway, or even Kevin. You haven't laid nothing down concrete. So anyway, but I'm sure your fanboys will come get me, and they'll let me know. They'll light me up. So I've been lit up by a bunch of people's fanboys. So I expect yours to come get me. But we on this channel, we talking about the truth. So if you ain't coming with no truth, then we're just gonna let you come on. You just do what you do. Anyway, that's my opinion. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Oh yeah, and Never be the aggressor, bro. Never be the aggressor.